I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
I see you. I see.
I bring it down like.
Lofi Poli Sci, how we doing out there? Low Fidelity Studios coming at you, people. Where you at these days? Right in with what you got going on. Follow us everywhere and nowhere. We are around. Okay, down to business. Got that wild cherry Diet Pepsi with and got my blackjack gum here, and I got that feeling that it's time for that lo-fi Central American news. And let's go out in Costa Rica. We have presidential controversy going on. That's right, where the government is considering for the first time in Costa Rican history of taking away a current sitting president's immunity, so he can be charged with corruption for funneling money from the Central American Bank of Economic Integration into the hands of a former campaign advisor. Now, of course, the president is calling these allegations false, but we'll just have to wait and see how things go. And remember, first in Costa Rican history. Remember that. Now on over to the country of Honduras for a piece of news that skipped my gaze earlier this year, but now we're going to shine that lo-fi light on it, as the president of Honduras, Xiomara Castro, started a new social media account called The Rapid Response, which, and I quote, responds quickly, verifies facts, and ensures transparency and veracity for the Honduran people. The goal is to counter misinformation, support President Xiomara Castro, and ensure that accurate information reaches the Honduran people and beyond. This new rapid response account is bad news for the fake news media and good news for the Honduran people. End quote. And this is straight off of the President of Honduras' website, in case you're wondering. Now imagine that. A government that creates a social media account to battle the evil forces, to fight the good fight, to create bad news for the good news, or the bad news for the fake news. However that goes, you know what I'm saying. And it helps the good people of the country. Well, alright, can we get behind that? Yes, bad news for fake news. Isn't that a slogan? We'll see how this goes and be looking for updates for sure. Now, out in El Salvador, the president and his new Minister of Education are beginning the enforcement of previous dress code rules in schools throughout the country of El Salvador, aiming at taking aim, we're going to leave that in, aiming at taking aim at gangs recruiting at schools, and to help teach children discipline through wardrobe. You know, haircuts and clothing must now be neat, appropriate, and dignified, and I added that word dignified, so don't quote anyone on that. But a question to all you lo-fi listeners out there. What do you think? Do the clothes make the student? Do the clothes discipline the student? You tell me. Right in. Now zooming in on Guatemala, but zooming out to include Honduras and El Salvador, as well as the United Nations organization known as UNESCO, which is the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. They are running a multi-country program to help 6 media institutions within the 3 countries to aid media in covering and reporting on climate and disasters. Now begin quote. Running from April to December 2025, the project will strengthen media capacities for climate and disaster reporting, focused on transboundary collaborations for climate action and disaster preparedness, and help the participating outlets develop institutional disaster preparedness and response plans, end quote. And that comes directly from UNESCO News website. And hey, this sounds good, right? A global effort to help these countries' media to prepare, to help their own people by creating effective disaster coverage and news. And this is the kind of information that literally saves lives in countries. We dig it for sure. And a last piece of news to send you on your way for the day. Another triple combo of Belize, Mexico, and Guatemala, as they create a new nature reserve that spreads along all 3 countries that will protect the Mayan rainforest and jungle. I love the way that sounds. I love this so much. These 3 countries' nature reserves will be about 14 million acres. It'll be the second largest in all of Latin America, only second to, Can you guess it? Largest one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazon rainforest, and parts of it, of course. Now let's see it take shape, right? This was just announced in the past couple weeks. We'll be keeping an eye out there to see, how this really goes. And if you hear something first, Write on in. Catch us on Instagram and YouTube to write into the show. And don't forget out there to eat your cereal with a fork and do your homework in the dark. And this, just a snap of what's going on in the world today.
I bring it down like.
Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be.